Yo, 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 what's up, guys? My name's German Fernandez, and today I'm going to be showing you guys how to fold an origami flower. Alright, so this is the design we're going to be folding today. There we go. You're going to need 2 sheets of paper, and one's going to be red, the other green. And I'm using a 5x5, and that's inches. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and start off with a red. Not green, I said red. There we go. Alright, so what we want to do now is grab our bottom edge and fold it towards the top edge so that they both align. Once you do that, you want to create that crease right there in the bottom. There we go, just like that. Now we're going to open it back up. Alright, so now we want to rotate the paper towards the right. There we go. And do the same thing to this bottom edge. Fold it towards this top so that they both align. There we go. Now crease it. Alright. Once it's perfectly creased, we're going to open it back up. And now I want you guys to flip this piece of paper over. Just like that. Alright. So now we want to grab this right bottom corner and fold it towards the top left. Come on. Come on. Listen up, corner. You're going to fold towards that top left. Alright? There we go. Good piece of paper. Alright. Get a nice little crease. In case you guys are wondering, that's a cow bone. Alright. Alright, so we're going to do the same thing to this left corner and fold it towards the right. Once they align, create a nice little crease. There we go. Alright, so now we're going to open it back up, and we're going to fold these 2 edges right here towards this bottom half. And they'll slowly just come together. There you just like that. And then you want to flatten up the top. Once you've done that, your origami is going to look just like this. Okay, so if you've done that, then you're doing good. So now let's fold this right bottom corner right here towards the top. And make sure that your bottom edge meets up with your middle crease. There we go. Make sure they're all straight like that. Crease it up. Alright, now let's do the same thing to this left corner and bring it towards the top. And same thing, make sure that your bottom edge meets up with your middle crease. There you go. Alright. Create a nice little crease. And now we're going to flip it over and we're going to do the same thing to the other side. Alright, so now we're going to get that right bottom corner and fold it towards the top. There you go. Make sure your bottom crease meets up with your middle one. Okay. Now let's do the same thing to the left. Let's bring this corner towards the top. And make sure that this bottom edge matches up with the middle crease. Alright, now we're going to crease it up nicely. And now I want you guys to pay attention. We're going to grab one flap from the left side, right here, just one of them. And then we're going to hold on to it. Same thing to the right. We're just going to grab one flap. And we're going to bring them together and hold on to them with our left hand. Now you're going to lift it up, smash that end down, and bring these 2 flaps together. Once you've done that, you want to set it flat on the table. Okay. Now let's move on to the next step. Alright, so now we're going to grab a ruler and a pen. We're just going to draw a couple of lines, and this is going to help us out with our next step after this. Alright, cool. So now we're going to go ahead and do the same exact lines that we did on this side with the same spacing on the other side. So we're going to go ahead and flip this piece of paper over and repeat the same steps on this side. Okay, so now that we've done that to both sides, we're going to grab this right corner and fold it towards this left line. You want to make sure that this edge right here lines up with this line and the top corner. There we go. See how it's lined up? Okay, so now we're going to crease it. All right, so now we're going to go ahead and do the same thing to this corner. We're going to bring it towards that right line. Make sure that the edge lines up with the top corner and the bottom right line. There we go. Once they line up, I want you to crease it nicely. There we go. And now I want you to pay close attention. We're going to grab this left flap and open it up. Just like that. And what we want to do now is shove the right flap inside the left. Alright, so now once you got this little tip in, you want to push the rest inside with your finger. Just like that. And slowly try to work it in there, if it doesn't feel like it's in there right, just play with it a little bit. Okay. So I'm going to go over my creases again, just to make sure they're nice and sharp. And once you're done with that, we're going to go ahead and do the same thing we did to this side, we're going to do to the back side. So let's go ahead and flip it over. Alright, so we're going to grab this right corner and fold it towards this left line, just the same as we did in the back. So make sure those match up. Once you get them matched up, you want to crease it. Okay, so now we want to grab our left corner and fold it towards the right line. Alright, so now we're going to crease it. There we go. Alright, so now we're going to open up this left flap. Just going to open up just like that. And what we want to do, we want to grab the right flap and shove it inside the left one. So grab this tip, slowly shove it in there. Once you get that tip in there, you want to push the rest inside with your finger, just like that. And sometimes the bottom part, you'll notice it doesn't set on there right, so just play with it and just try to get it all nicely in there and creased up. Alright, so now what we're going to do is we're going to blow this piece up. Like, we're actually going to inflate it. And I'll be showing you guys how right now. I'm going to grab a pen to be able to make the hole a little bigger so that I can blow into it. So you just want to open it up just like that. And you'll notice right there on the tip, there'll be a little tiny hole. You're going to want to go ahead and make it a little bigger by shoving the tip of your pen through the top. Just like that. I have to make it big enough to fit a straw. But you guys could just use your mouth. I'm using the straw that way. It's just a lot easier to show you guys how, it's going to inflate itself. Alright, so I'm going to blow in it. There we go. Just like that. Alright. There you go. So if yours looks like this, then it's right. So we're going to go ahead and move on to the next step. Alright, so now what we want to do is we want to grab the tip right here and slowly start folding it down. And you want to be very careful. You just want to slowly do it. Alright, so now you see this crease right here, this corner. We're going to go ahead and grab that top little part and just peel it down. And same thing, very slow. You want to make sure that this bottom left part right here that I'm pointing at, right here, if you're not careful, it could come apart. So you want to make sure to slowly fold it down without letting that left side part just pop out. Alright. There we go. So now I'm just playing with it a little bit, trying to shape it up. Alright, so once we got that, we're going to go ahead and do the same thing to this side. So we're going to grab that little tip and slowly peel it downwards. There we go. Alright, so same thing. Let's go ahead and do the same to this side. Alright, so we're slowly going to peel it down. Alright. Alright, so once you got that peeled down the way it's supposed to be, it's going to look just like this. And then we're going to be done with this part. Now we're going to go ahead and move on to the green piece of paper. So let's set this aside. Okay, so now let's grab our green piece of paper. And what we're going to do is we're going to grab this bottom corner and fold it towards the top. Just like that. So once they're aligned, we're going to go ahead and crease it. We're going to open it back up. And now what you want to do is bring the bottom corner towards the middle crease. So you see this bottom edge right here? You want to line it up with the middle crease. So we're going to go ahead and do that. And you want to make sure to line it up as close as possible. If not, you're going to have a messy result. There we go. So we're going to crease it down. All right. So now we're going to do the same thing to this edge. Bring it towards the middle crease. All right. I want to make sure it's nice and straight. Nicely lined up. And then we'll go ahead and crease it. All right. So now once we're done with that, we're going to go ahead and do the same thing to this right side right here. We're going to bring that edge towards the middle crease. And same thing, take your time, make sure to line them up correctly. If not, you'll have some messy results. There we go. All right, we're going to do the same thing to this top side. So we're going to line up that edge with the middle crease. All right, while I'm folding this part right here, I'm going to go ahead and let you guys know if throughout any part of this tutorial you need to pause the video to be able to catch up with me, just go ahead and hit the space bar. It should pause your YouTube video. So yeah, and then the same thing to play, just go ahead and press that and it'll play it as well. All right, so now what we're going to do is we're going to fold this edge right here towards the middle crease. So go ahead and grab that, slowly bring it in. Remember, like I said before, take your time, make sure it lines up. There we go. Let's crease it up. Now we're going to go ahead and do the same thing to the top part. So we're going to grab this edge right here and bring it towards the middle crease. So let's go ahead and do that. Then after this step, it's pretty piece of cake. We're pretty much done after this step. All right, so let's crease it down just like that. All right, so now once that's done, we're going to go ahead and flip it over, and we're going to grab this right side corner and bring it towards the left. And once you get them together, it's probably going to be a little hard to create your crease, so press down on it pretty good. I like to use this cow bone that I got. It was a gift from a friend of mine, and you could find those at hobby stores, and they work really good for origami, for folding paper. All right, so now what we're going to do is we're going to create a little valley fold right here. So bring these two edges together, and we're going to go ahead and do the same thing to the other side, but towards the opposite direction. There you go. All right, so once you got it about like that, you're going to go ahead and press down, create your creases right there. The thick part is your leaf, and that little thin one is your stem. You see? All right, so that's what yours should look like. So now I'm going to go ahead and shape the leaf a little bit. I like to fold it down a little bit, you know, give it some style. All right. Okay, so now that we're done with that part, let's grab our red flower and just going to shove the stem inside the little hole where we inflated it from. There you go, and you can shove it as far as you want. You know, I like to put it about right there. I think that's where it looks really nice. And there you have it, guys, and our design's complete. I hope you guys had fun. I hope yours turned out great. And if you weren't able to fold it, just keep trying. You know what I mean? Sometimes it takes more than once to be able to get the design complete. So have a good day, and thank you for watching. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. All right, guys, take it easy. I'll see you on the next one.